So, for something a bit different, European Super League for the Dreamcast. This comes to us by way of Crimson, who I've never heard of, and published by Virgin Interactive, who I have heard of. This is our first time diving into an area or a game that I've never played, have no prior experience with, and also for a console that I really didn't grow up around. I only really ever played the Dreamcast in passing. I owned one many years after it was discontinued, which, let's be honest, wasn't that long for that to happen. But I still didn't actually kind of spend that much time with it, and most of my time with the Dreamcast has been through emulation. And I have, like, a lot of games from the Dreamcast that I need to sit down with and really kind of spend some proper time with. European Super League wasn't at the top of that list, but here we are because we're doing this. So, let's get to it. I do appreciate the language selects being this is one of the things I've actually been talking about recently when it comes to kind of game development and UI. And like a lot of modern games, certainly like a lot of modern indie games, their menu setup is, there might be something nice in terms of the presentation of the way that it's set up, but they're all fairly similar in terms of their setup and execution. And it can get a bit, and obviously that's not what you're there for. And I think maybe I'm looking at this through the eyes of just, I don't know, like a snobbish developer or something. I don't know. But I do think something like this, I mean, this looks like something out of like a Gran Turismo game or something, and it pops. You know, it's more than just a, here are some flags, pick your language, and move on. You know, there's like a little bit of effort that's gone into this, and I do appreciate that. All right, what options we got? So the European Super League, is this like an attempt at doing the Champions League but not licensed? Because the European Super League, that's what Platini and Wenger, they're all about, right? It's going to come to fruition one of these days. Please, for the love of God, not. What do we got? Hey, look at that. We can change some options. Let's go to 5 minutes. I don't know if I can change any of these options once we're in the game, so for now we'll put you in mid-height. Yeah, that looks good. Did that save my options? Yes, it did. Cool. And we'll do friendly. Teams, who we got? Milan, Ajax. I mean, they're real players, so that aspect of this is licensed. There's quite a lack of teams. Is this it? Is this all my options? All right. If this is based off of the Champions League, I would say that, well, this is what? So if this is Dreamcast, this is 2000, 2001. You know, we are only a year removed from Man United doing the fucking treble. Not to kind of put my biases out up front and center, but feels like a notable omission. Just saying. Whatever. In honor of Jack, I'll be Chelsea, I guess. And Olympiacos. Why not? Oh, you can change here as well. There's a real lack of background music. I don't like this. Like, by now we should be having licensed music. I should be listening to fucking Robbie Williams or something. Or, I guess if this is really going proper Europe, like some sort of like Eurocentric dance music should be blasting in my ears right now. But we've got Zola and Hasselbank, so I can't complain. Could complain about you, but let's not go there. Fuck it. Oh, I can really like fuck around with your formation, and but we're not. We're not. Stamford Bridge, we've got a real stadium. We've got real sponsors like Autoglass, Umbro. Yeah, this looks fairly legit. we've got the kind of GoldenEye era of face modeling, but, you know, it's for the time. I mean, that looks like Zola. That looks like Di Matteo. That definitely looks like Ed De Hoy. Alright, we're off to a good start. The shadows look a bit patchy, but I can't tell, like, elements of the visuals. Sometimes I'm not going to know if it's like an emulation issue or it's like the game itself, so I need to kind of be conscious about that. Fuck me, you're on my tail, Jesus! Calm down. Is this in like Super Saiyan mode or something? This is insanely fast. I don't think I put a ×2 speed on the gameplay, so is this just how quick the gameplay is? That's crazy. Wow. That is not a good omen. We have got replays. Pretty cool. Lack of commentary, actually. It's fairly noticeable. Alright, so the right trigger is to run. But we're not just, like, automatically going to the player of choice. Man, the movement of the opposition is crazy. Come on, someone get on the end of that. Someone get on the end of that. Ah, you gotta get shot in. Oh! That was delightful. Oh, I have to move the player around. Okay. How long can I keep this up for? Can I go off the pitch? I can't go off the pitch. That it wasn't quite top bins, but that was a sumptuous shot. Oh no, the kind of was top bins actually. Can I get another replay? No? No, that's it? Oh, I can move the camera around. Can I can reverse. Oh, a bit of curling and everything. That's it. It's the highlight of the stream for me. It's not getting any better than that. Now watch as I lose about 5-0, 5-1. I really, the passing is suspect. Ah, shit. Oh, doubt. That didn't really feel like I had any input in that, because I just kind of pressed the buttons at random. But I'll take it. I don't like, even as quick as the last game we played, World Championship Soccer. This feels 2 or 3 times faster. The pace is crazy. Right, can we keep the ball? Okay, so triangle, I was wondering whatever the equivalent is. I actually don't remember what the That whistle's loud. I can't remember what the Dreamcast face button setup is, so I'm just going to go PlayStation-wise. Triangle, there is a through ball. That does exist. There is something a bit sterile about the overall presentation. The lack of commentary does hurt. The crowd noise is pretty decent, but I don't think it's any better than Actua Soccer, and that was like 4 or 5 years earlier. And yet, if anything, it feels even stiffer. Like the crowd responses in Actua Soccer felt way more organic than this one. Like it didn't feel like it was switching from track 1 to track 2. Because if I'd have to go back and play, but it felt like with Actua Soccer, like it would also respond to stuff that was happening, you know, when you'd run around the player or something like that. But this just feels purely based off of what are we doing, Ed? This feels kind of based more on just the big moments. Oh no. Oh Ed. Oh Ed, what are we doing? What happened there? What are you doing, man? Can we zoom in? What are you doing? I mean, the fix is him. Did he have a history of gambling problems? Because that is a bit suspect as far as I'm concerned. You just can't keep the ball. Alright. If I'd have saved 2 for 2, I'd have definitely put that more on the game itself than my incredible goalkeeping skills. Man, help me out here. Help a brother out. It would be interesting if I lost this but just scored nothing but worldies. Oh man, this is getting rough. I mean, I'd argue I got the ball on that one. But I don't think a come from behind victory is in the cards here. Maybe if I just focus less on passing and just kind of running through players. Because passing seems to be my downfall here. And like the movement of the ball feels really stiff in a way where like I'm trying to predict where the ball is going and it's actually kind of working to my downfall or against me. Also, interestingly enough, there is no timer. Oh wait, no, it is in the top right. Though I've never seen the timer look like that before. I've realised, because I was looking at it earlier wondering what on earth that was. I'm gonna be very fortunate to get away with only 3-1 there. Fuck me. And like, you can hear the crowd there. There's nothing going on at the end of the match. There's a real... For as much as I was complimenting Crimson, the developers, for like some of the efforts around the main menu and the language, there seems to be a real lack of effort that's gone into like the kind of match that you feel, which is really disappointing. I'll have one more game. And I guess we'll see what difference there is with simulation. And I'm going to turn fouls off because they were not helping. But my initial thoughts, I probably think this is going, of the 3 games we've played so far, this is probably going near the bottom, probably going to the bottom. There are elements about it that I do like. I think some of the presentation, you know, it is the most modern of the 3 games, so it does have that going for it. But it feels way too fast. It feels like the game's being played in fast forward, like I've accidentally switched on that setting in the emulation or something. Like that, you know, the way that the game starts. It feels like something got skipped. Yeah, this works for me. That's much better. This is how football should be played. Because, like, standard tackling doesn't really seem to have any effect whatsoever. Like, slide tackling seems to be the only way to actually get the ball. Jesus. The lack of commentary really kills it, though. I guess that'll be one thing as we go through more of like the 3D games to see which ones do have commentary and which ones don't. And also if like how many of them are commentated by Barry Davis, or like what options we get in regards to commentary as we go through them. But that's definitely a killer here. Like, you really feel the space should be filled with that, and it's just not. Actually, I've been playing with the D-pad. I should try and play with the analog stick. Yeah, we can do that. I doubt there's going to be many games on that we go through that will use analog stick input, but while it's there... Oh, I nipped at his ankles. What the fuck? Man! Even I couldn't do that. Like, you know, I tried to put the pass upfield there, and it just didn't have any intention of going to, like, any of my players. It feels really unrefined. And I'm not saying that, like, the ball has to be kind of magnetically stuck to my feet the whole time when I make a pass, but it doesn't feel particularly polished. And like I'm trying to throw the ball at an angle, like up the pitch but to the side, and whenever I've done that, like when you see me throwing it off to the side there, it's genuinely me trying to do it at like a diagonal angle, and it just doesn't have any interest. Ah, so close. At least one shot on target would have been nice. I was convinced the left bumper was what was handling switching between players, but apparently not. Apparently we just gave up at some point. Oh man, this is just a comedy of errors now, isn't it? Where you going? Where you going with that? I mean, you were next to the goal. You didn't have to be so vicious. The fact this is only 3-0 though. Bleh. The fact this is only 3-0 though is kind of shocking. Alright, we're getting at least one shot on. We're getting at least one shot on. No, we're not. Yes, we are. No, we're not. I'm not feeling this one. The first two, there was a charm. Some of it again, like there's the nostalgia to them, but don't know about this one. European Super League. Yeah. Feels way too fast. Feels way too unwieldy. Movement doesn't feel right. Passing doesn't feel right. There's the lack of music in the main menus. Like we're in 2001 by this stage, you know, like it doesn't have to be licensed music, but there'd be something here. Even like Actua Soccer has like a knockoff mid-90s kind of Manchester dance style type of track going on. Like this doesn't have that excuse. This should have something. Yeah. This is going to the bottom. That's really disappointing. So European Super League takes the 3rd spot, which means the World Championship Soccer still is #1 in our list.